And then the last parts are Japan. This is like a code writing in the world. So far, it's basically like it's kind of talking about ways that Japan is failing, ways that Japan isn't doing so well. And I don't want to just talk about that. It's not about, oh, we suck, you know, like that's it. Really, the bigger thing is, and this is my challenge to you, what does it mean to be Japanese? So I mean, I didn't even grow up in Japan, but I was taught in America about what it meant to be Japanese. I was taught by Japanese men who fought in World War II, even though they were imprisoned by the US government. Crazy. And they went and died so that the Japanese people in America could have a good name. And so people like me could have opportunities I have. And I remember talking to one of those guys who fought, and he just looked me in the face and he said, you better be damn proud to be Japanese. Because the Japanese people are great people. And what I don't want to do with that is say, oh, okay, so we're great, we don't need to change, or we're great, and we're going to get all this power and, you know, screw everyone else. No. I believe what it means to be Japanese is that you are great people. It is, when someone hears that you're Japanese, they should think of something positive, right? Smart, hardworking, blah, blah. But even more than that, my hope is that when this next generation thinks of Japan, they will not just think of they're smart, they have money, etc. But they will think these are people who are actually leading the world to a better place. These are people who don't just care about themselves and don't just take money and resources for themselves, but actually care about other people in the world and have the ability to create that change. To the point that people around the world are saying we need to talk to people in Japan about these issues. We need to learn from the Japanese. Or I want to, everything right now is coming to America. But how cool would that be if the shift where people say, hey, I want to go catch whatever it is in Japan because it's doing so much good in the world. Right? So that's my hope, that's my dream. And I think in closing, the big question is, what will you do? What will each of you personally do, and what will you as a group and as a generation do? Will you respond to all this? Will you go into fear? Will you be willing to be some of the only people in your generation, at least right now, who are going to take the difficult path, who are going to probably fail? That's a very natural part of all this. But if you do it, I think there's so many people who will benefit. To me, it's the most honorable way. And that's what I hope for you guys. And so there are three things I can think of that will hold you back. One is like motivation. Do you have any? The lack of motivation is the first killer because you're not going to do anything. And I think a lot of people may have a lack of motivation because you may think, I'm safe. I don't need to do anything. Well, what did we learn? Right? The safest place to be is the most dangerous place to be. And what seems like the most dangerous place to be is actually the safest place to be. So there's motivation. That's probably the most important thing for you guys. Do you have a drive? Like one of the sayings that we have with this program is that we don't have like a qualification to be a part of the program. A lot of you guys are from good universities, but I explicitly made it, there's no requirement. I don't care. I really don't care what university you come from. Yes, you have to be able to speak English because we do this all in English, but we will equip passion. Like that's our job, is to do our best to equip passion. What we cannot do is create, like, we cannot do passion. That's your responsibility. And I'm hopeful that you guys will take that as high as possible. Because when you're passionate, when you're motivated, you will learn. If you don't know it, you'll learn it. If you're afraid, you'll go into the fear. Right? So motivation, drive. Next thing is going to be fear. Right? Fear. I mean, there's so many things to be afraid of. I don't get it because I didn't grow up in Japan. But from talking about it, like, there's a lot of things going against you guys in Japan. It's totally different from the type of support you get in America. But I want to encourage you guys to be the men, to be the leaders who have the courage to look at everybody else who's looking at you guys and say, we can do it. If we fall, we get back up. We're going to we're going to make it, follow me. I want you guys to be those guys, to go into the face of fear. And part of our vision for Sekai Creator is that fear of being rejected, right, having no support, we would take that away. So at least within the alumni of Sekai Creator, you have other men, other women who have the same heart, same vision, who, when they see you try and maybe you fail, they're going to come alongside you and say, good job. And that's what they do in the best startup communities in America. When they fail, they have a celebration. They say, good job, try again. Good job, try again. Right? That's the culture we're going to create. And then the last thing is training. And that's the easiest thing, right? Like, there's so much training available even on the internet for free. If you're just driven and going to go out and get it. And hustle and going hard for it. It'll get you that opportunity. It'll get you that break. It'll get you that connection. You know, like hustle, hustle, hustle. Go hard, go hard, go hard. So that's all I have for you. And really encourage you guys are all here. That's that question. What are you guys going to do? What are you guys going to do?